New York and on the new Hot 97 app. Ebro in the morning on Hot 97.
Ebro in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Beautiful Laura Styles, Rosenberg the Schlub, and a legend.
Hey.
Thank you.
Cipha Sounds.
Yo, what's up?
Legend. Yo, legend status.
Legend status.
Yo,
Status.
you was legend, man. You was already on the Breakfast Club. They only bring legends up there.
That's how we're going to start?
Oh, my
Let's
God.
get to it, baby.
Okay. Yes.
I heard
It was
the
fun.
interview was good. Rosenberg, you watched it.
Yes. Well, we
How'd
watched
you feel about it?
We watched it in pieces because I wasn't. It was a very Cipha will appreciate this more than anyone. I was sitting there, I was like, oh, let me see if I should watch some. Cipha texted me before and he's like, oh, I'm gonna go up and do the Breakfast Club. Just want to let you know. I was like, thank you.
I thought, by the way, I think it was the right thing. I
said the
great
same thing.
promo.
Said,
I'm
of
glad
course.
they had you and they were really concerned in promoting your other endeavors. They did a great job.
You mean the endeavors that he's coming to promote right
Yeah,
now?
the ones that came. That,
Oh,
I mean, that
Laugh
was
Mom's Laugh Track.
right. They were really honed in on you know.
Oh, well, that was the only subject that mattered.
That was the only subject that
they were
mattered.
promoting my new TV show
That's
instead
right.
of talking about stuff from 5 to 8 years ago.
No. They said,
They were focused, man.
let's get into the
Laser focused.
production, the behind the scenes. How does the show work?
Who came up with the idea of comedy and then reenacting the
Yeah,
comedy?
no.
The way you guys distribute
You
laugh.
guys came up a lot. You guys came up a lot.
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
noticed
saying?
that. I
You know
noticed
what
that.
I'm
Yeah, so I wasn't. I didn't really want to watch it because I thought it would annoy me. But then Shawnee, in classic guru fashion, Shawnee's like, "You should watch it yourself."
By yourself.
He was like, "Because if people bring it up to you, you should have seen it yourself, so you
yeah,
know."
but nothing was said bad.
No, it was fine. And actually, the only things that bothered me was more, you know, as you brought up the old, which they brought up from 9 years ago, the Haiti incident.
Yeah.
And then Charlemagne recounted his own words,
Right.
which reminded me why he's such a piece of shit. And I was like, and
Listen, I didn't know this was gonna go here. By the way, I just would like to.
What do you mean?
you set it up. I didn't even know I was going to go there.
Oh, you're
But I'm just
such a
saying,
troll.
when he read, that was the only, honestly, that was the stuff about me actually didn't bother me. It was just when he reread the article,
Yeah.
and I was like, and I didn't know if I was you how I would feel because he really recounted going for your life at
Yeah.
the time.
That's how you
No,
see
he
it.
definitely tried to get you fired.
Well, he was, but I appreciate it. He was going for his. He plays hard.
Yes,
You know what
he
I'm
did.
saying?
But you weren't offended at the time when they brought
I
it
don't
up.
ever get offended at anything. There's no. What is offense? What is getting offended?
Oh, that is true. He's big
But
on not being
I can,
offended.
What
want me
is
to Google
that?
it? I could Google it.
What is it, though?
It's
Like-
when you. It's like the time we had Khaled up here, which started Khaled's career.
Khaled
Or
got
his
mad
new,
at me, too.
His new Khaled's new iteration of himself.
Yeah.
When you screamed at Khaled.
Oh yeah, you were
You were
offended by it.
offended
You were
in this
offended.
room.
And this
You
was-
were offended.
No.
Yes.
That's not offended.
Hold on, what was
hurt,
it again?
Hurt.
Okay.
Personally hurt.
Well, isn't those are cousins?
True.
But that's because you
I
were
don't-
close to him, so you could feel hurt.
I think, like you, I get hurt a lot. I get hurt by people's
and for
actions,
the audience that may not have seen it, there was the "You're a Liar,"
Yeah.
and that whole "You're a Liar" thing.
Yeah, that little clip.
started with a conversation argument blow up between two friends.
Yeah.
Khaled and Cipha Sounds
in this room.
in this room.
Yeah.
What did
And-
you say to him that set it off?
I don't remember, something like, you know, you only call when you got a record out, or you don't call me anymore,
And
or
he
stuff
went,
like that.
"You're a liar."
Yeah, he's
And
that way.
me and Ross thought it was the funniest shit.
No,
that
well,
ever happened.
because the reason
It
it was
was
brilliant, and I'm sure they can go back and show the footage, is because Cipha goes, people say a lot of things. One thing people would never say is that I'm a liar. And Khaled goes, "You're a liar." Right. It was right on the. So you're saying you could be offended. You could be offended by someone being someone you're close. I'm sorry. You could be hurt by
Yeah.
someone you love hurting your feelings.
Yes.
But by someone.
I don't consider that offense. Like when you're at a show, a comedy show, and a comedian says something, and you go, "Oh, that offends me." Like what?
Right.
You're letting someone else have too much power over your life. Like
So
nothing
the-
offends. You can say anything.
But back to them trying to get you fired.
Yeah.
They definitely wanted to have power over your life because they were trying to get
Yeah.
you up out of here. My G.
fired, killed.
Yeah, all that. But again, it doesn't offend you because you didn't know. Because you didn't know him.
It's anybody would. I think a lot of people would do the same thing. It just so happened to be him at that point in life.
But
You know what
just
I'm
for the
saying?
sake of argument, you wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't do that. That's not how I live my life.
I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't do that.
I don't play with things that are offending someone at a cultural level. Even if somebody else
Yeah.
did it, I'm not going to be the guy to be like, "Yo, you see what he just did to try
Right.
to hurt you."
Step
I wouldn't
further
do it.
than that. We won't even on our show when someone says something that I find hurtful. like for example, like an IMIS, right? Someone who even when someone says something that I find straight up hurtful and wrong, on principle, I don't go for their jobs because I don't go for people's jobs that are in this field based on.
I feel like
speech.
you'd be the type of guy that would go for someone's job.
Well, it depends what they would do, if what they would have done.
Remember when Ebro fired that intern on the spot?
Well, that's classic material.
But he didn't have a job. He was an intern.
Yeah.
I'll get somebody
Pack him
suspended.
up. Yo,
I'll get
you know,
somebody
matter of fact,
suspended.
what was the line?
Oh my god.
You looking at me, so I'm looking at you.
He goes, you looking at me? I'm looking at you. Hey, yo, Pat, I'm gonna need someone new in here. Yo, he's up out of here.
Well, he was looking at me. And
that was the intern was trying to stare you down.
Yeah, I just was walking, minding my business, and I looked, and he was just staring at me, and I was like, yo, you all right? And he was like, yo, you looking at me? I'm looking at you. Out of here, son.
He said, yo, Pat.
We
gonna need a new
intern.
intern.
If we was on the street, I'm stepping to him. So in the office, I gotta get you out of here. Like I can never.
Right.
Why would you even talk to me like that in an office setting? And that hopefully he learned something that day. I have tried to get, or I have gotten people suspended for saying things about my personal life or my family.
Oh yes. Coming for your family.
Coming for your family, you have gotten people suspended.
People on other platforms came from my family.
Oh yeah, the big one. Yeah.
So wait, what if that
No, I'm
happened?
not playing
though?
with that.
Like, what about
I gotta
you?
let you know I could get to you if you're trying to get to me like
Right. We have a different path in life we take.
Hold on, but what about you? You're king of personal life. You do not. Your baby and your wife. You keep You talk about it that you're married and you have a child, but you keep them separated. If someone went and found out who they were, exposed that publicly, posted a picture of
and
your
then
wife,
said they were going to put their genitals near them.
Okay.
and then said,
all
"I'm gonna do blah blah blah." That's a serious question.
Because that's what happened.
That is what happened.
Yes.
I remember that.
No, I'm being dead serious though, because sometimes I admire your approach for how you handle those things. So, like, what would you do?
I don't know. That's a good question. I think I'd be upset, but it doesn't bother me. Now, if they really did it, saying it doesn't bother me. If someone pulled out their pee-pee in front of my kid, that's different.
Now you have a bump.
Then I have to go to my jail plan.
What's the jail plan?
I'll tell you my jail plan.
Well, yeah, but
I'll never go to jail.
Right.
Like I have a bag buried.
Oh yeah.
I got all the equipment I need to live on the lam for a little while until I get
I love on the lamb talk.
I live on the lam. I got a bag buried. I actually moved it up to 2 bags now.
Is that really true?
Them. I got bags buried.
2 bags.
Yeah, and I got a bag. I take that bag. I go on the run for a little while, lay low, and then I figure out how to get to another country.
Japan.
And then Japan, I'll probably stand out.
Yeah, Canada might make more sense. We don't want to
You
blow
can't
the
get into
no,
Canada.
no,
Your
no.
name's Luis Diaz.
Nah.
We've already been through that. You can't get to
Canada's
Canada.
easy to get into.
No, you can get in. He's got.
Oh, you getting in now?
You gotta go.
Sykes friends with Trudeau. He's good.
I am friends with Justin Trudeau, but if I kill someone, he's probably not gonna allow me to.
Well, he's not going to know when you show up.
Like even if I hit someone with my car, right? Like I hit someone, I'm like, oh my god, pure accident, their fault. He dies. I start a new life. That moment, like, well, all right, I go. I'm not going to jail.
So even if you think there's a chance you'll get off in court because it's not your fault, the risk is too high.
What's court? How long is that? 6 months? 9 months?
And then he's got to
Rikers?
sit in jail for that
No,
period?
you'll be out on bail.
Not necessarily.
What if it's kill someone?
If it's
After this combo, they're going to think he's a flight risk. He ain't going
2
nowhere.
weeks. I can't do 2 weeks. I can't do 2 days. Yeah, I watch every jail show on TV just to like learn, like
just to be prepared.
just to know that I'm not going there. Why don't I want to go? Oh yeah, this.
I forgot.
Because then you go in and they're like, yo, you married, you got kids, all that. Yeah. All right, tell your wife to boof some stuff in for us, or we're gonna fuck you up every day. So now you got to get your family involved.
And we'll talk about boofing. We used to talk about this quite a bit.
Yeah.
Boofing. What is that? Sorry?
You go in, put in the
Guys, this
illegal-
is going completely
I'm
left.
sorry. I have
Drugs in the dupe shoot?
Completely left, guys.
Sorry, I have a. Well, no, girls don't have to do the dupe shoot.
Oh, they going to put it in the vagine.
Is that still boofing if it's girls?
I
don't
think
know.
so.
Is boofing just men in the poop shoot?
Can we find out if there's a
or maybe
sexual...
the act is called boofing. Just the act of doing it.
Like maybe,
Sorry.
maybe for the vagina, it's poofing.
I want to know why there's a DJ named Booth.
I thought it was
still
DJ
confuses
no,
me.
that's Booth.
No, there's a Booth.
Really?
BOOF.
Yeah, he's a good DJ.
He's
Really?
a great DJ. I just want to know why we do it.
Well, he can take a 45 and
And both.
Sipe, so how's the TV life?
Okay.
True TV, Laugh Mob, Laugh Tracks. How's it going?
Mob's Laugh Tracks is a show on Wednesday nights, 11 o'clock, 10 Central. I've learned how to say that. And it's a comedy show. I'm the host of it. It's a fantastic show. A lot of great comedians. And then we take these jokes and make them into reenactments.
I love
and
the
play
show,
them out.
man.
Thank you, man.
And it's at a time where shareable content's important.
Yeah. Well, that's
And
how the
so-
show got. That's how it got popular before I was the host. They shared a lot of stuff.
I didn't know
online.
of it before you
Well,
were
they
the
had
host.
like clips on websites.
In my world, it
yeah.
didn't exist before
Yeah,
you.
not until you were an
here's
official
what
part of it.
happened. Guys, I'm explaining how Cipha Sounds does it. They had some little clips out there, some bullshit, Bob
Damn.
Sumner, Carlos, Jamal, Rebecca. They had some clips. They were shit. They were crap. And then they
And then you came in.
they pitched it to True. They loved it. They put it on this show called Late Night Snacks. Was like a variety show.
Okay.
Then they were like, how do we make this into a real show? They were like, we need like a star, like a face, like the glue to bring this all together.
So who do they go to?
Oh, they went to everybody before me.
I was gonna say, who-
Tiffany Haddish,
Yep.
Deion
What?
Cole.
Yep.
They try to get everybody. Then they got down to
The JB Smooth.
yeah.
Keep working their way.
They got down to like what I call the bottom of the list.
Right.
And then here I am.
And I
Do you only call it the bottom of the list, or does everyone call it the bottom of the list? Because you definitely said what I call the bottom of the list. Sounds like everybody's bottom of the
Yeah,
list.
it's everybody's bottom of the
well, no. Some people might call it lower than the bottom of the list. They
How
might
do
say the
you
list
feel?
list is complete. Is there anything left? Let's cancel the show. Should we cancel it? Yes, it's canceled. A week passes. Someone's flipping channels, calls back, goes, "Yo, I just had the craziest idea. You know who we could get for the show? Charlemagne." And they're like, "Yo, he's got." They go,
Why are you doing
No,
this?
no. And they
Why are you
go,
doing it?
"We can't. He's busy. He's got a show every day." And they went, "We should get someone like him who doesn't have a radio show every day."
Who's poor, homeless, needs some work?
But has experience.
Yeah.
Cipha Sounds. Yo, so the show's going really well, though, right?
Yeah, it's going really well. They're talking about doing more episodes, so thank
So
you
is
to
it-
everyone at True TV.
When they say do more episodes, how does you did 13
I
already?
did
and-
12 done
Okay.
in the can, and then they want to see how. I was at Super Bowl, and there was this football player. I had no idea who he was. He had
Damn
no
it.
idea who I was. He comes running up to me. He's a little tipsy. He's like, "Yo, Laugh Mob, yo, I love that show. I love it, yo. That show's amazing. I love True TV, yo. My life. This is my life. And Practical Jokers, Carbonero Effect." Then they give you that little slot right there, and then more Practical Jokers. And I was like, "Oh, thanks." He goes, "I love. Who are you? What did you do comedy? What do you do?"
Well, and you didn't find out who this was, though.
He played for the Denver Broncos. He had a Super Bowl ring.
Did you have
Did he wear
glasses?
glasses?
Yeah, they have glasses.
No,
on.
who's that?
Nobody
Was he
told you who he
was he bald headed? Was he bald headed?
I don't know. He had a hat.
Ooh, hat.
So you don't
Hat.
even
It
Could
was
be
look-
Von Miller.
could be Vaughn.
Nah,
Von Miller
I
wears a
don't
hat.
think he was somebody because he was like, "Sorry, dude, I forgot your name." He was like, "Actually, my contract's. I don't know if I'm playing next year."
Oh, okay, so that wasn't
Definitely
Von
not
Miller.
Von Miller.
I will say I was very proud of you when I saw your ads on the subway.
Thank you.
You
appreciate
made it
it.
because you had a penis drawn on your forehead.
No, it
Did
didn't.
it?
No, you didn't. Are you serious?
And I'm like that too. I was
No,
like,
no.
fucking
Oh,
Oh, and a blacked out too? You're a
For
dickhead
real
with
or
no
no?
tooth?
That's
For real or
classic.
no?
That's classic.
Because I would hope that someone would do that. That's how you know you made it.
But
It's
let me
amazing.
tell you something. I already won. Even if the show gets canceled tomorrow, all them billboards,
What?
subways, and then all these billboards in LA, I
Yep.
won already.
They're so dope.
And I thought they were coming down in February, but
Nobody's bought the space. They stay up.
All-Star Weekend is about
Boom.
to happen in
Yep.
LA.
It's still there.
Oh, I'm gonna be living.
Yeah, it's so true. That's like that being there alone.
Because I was on billboards before, but it was with two other people. You know what I'm saying?
Well, then we were on one other billboard, I believe, with the entire cast of this Hot 97.
Oh, yeah.
And it said Mix Moscato across our
Yeah.
face.
There was a billboard with all of us.
Wait, us
four of
four?
us?
Yes.
Was there?
Remember Twerk to Work?
No.
Yes.
Oh, those were like was there big ones?
Yes.
Those are like the subway entrances.
Are you
I
sure
thought.
they
It was,
did that?
yes, in Jersey.
There was Twerk
yes.
to Work?
Yes.
You know what they call that era of billboard? The last hurrah.
Twerk to work.
Twerk to Work was the
Terrible.
That was we
It was
all
bad.
should have known. Why did we allow that to happen?
I don't even think we know. Did we know?
Yes, we knew. Someone I blame you. I have to.
And it's my fault.
Twerk to Work. So what else has been popping for
What's
Cipha
happening,
Sounds?
man? I feel weird being interviewed by you guys. This
Yeah,
is
it's pretty
really
strange.
awkward.
Yeah.
I got a lot of stuff I'm doing
Why
with
is it so
Michael
awkward?
Che. Because we're like family, and you're asking me questions that you half know the answers to.
How drunk was I last time I saw you at that party?
Oh man!
Was I
Where?
really
What party?
drunk?
At the Grammy party.
You were there. You were drunk too.
Oh
You
yeah.
were-
Oh
see,
yeah. Now I remember. You were with Cardi.
I was with Cardi.
I was
yeah.
like, fine.
How drunk was I?
That was one of the most drunk I ever saw.
Really?
Yeah. Because I walked in, there was like a staircase to the top floor.
Where was it?
At Avenue.
Avenue, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's like
Oh,
a
up to the
staircase,
bathroom, up to the
and then
bathroom.
and then there's like a landing. Then you make a left and go the rest of the way up. He was just standing on that landing by himself.
Well, no, they asked me to host. I had the mic. I was actually hosting.
Oh, I must have got there after that because
Yeah,
you looked like
I
you
think
was
I was just like stand. That's where they had me stand to like greet people and shit. At this Grammy party. So I
What
was
did he
just
say?
like,
Do you remember what his tone was like? The drunk Ebro response.
very, he was
happy.
a friendly drunk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, super friendly. He was twisted though. Yeah.
So tell us about how's your friend Michael Che?
Michael Che from Saturday Night Live.
Yes.
Head writer.
Yeah, he's the Weekend Update guy.
Yeah. Hey, it's great. I do a lot of stuff with Che, go on the road to him. We got some things we're working on. Also, I hang out with a guy named Dave Chappelle.
see, you should have. I was gonna do that part. You should let
Oh,
me
sorry.
transition that for you.
Please.
Try it again.
Yo, you've been hanging out a lot with Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Good friend of mine.
Yeah, good
But you
friend of
were
yours.
on Chappelle's show. You guys go way back.
Yeah, go way back. And I got a project coming with him this year. So
What? We didn't know about that.
nobody knows. This is why I saved it for you guys. You know what I'm saying?
This just in: Cipha Sounds presents Dave Chappelle.
Yo, something like that.
That's lit, Cypher.
Nah, it's fun. I'm having a great
Now,
time.
are you surprised though? Because you always, people would always include Cipha Sounds from Hot 97, Chappelle Show. That was always a thing. Are you surprised though that all these years later he's utilized you and been this close to you during his reemergence?
Pleasantly surprised. You know what I'm saying? I never thought it was anything bad between him. He was on the lam. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was on the lam for a long time. But he's like, Dave is like the greatest guy. Like I don't really like a lot of industry people, and I was lucky enough once I left here, I don't have to associate with industry people for work. You know what I'm saying? Like you're forced to deal with industry people because you're in the industry. So once I left here, it was like, oh, I only have to talk to people I like. You know what I'm saying? And then like Dave is like a great friend who happens to be back on superstar status, but he acts the same no matter what. Like every day is the same day.
I just think it's so cool because like it was years between when you'd work together.
Yeah.
Years. And the
Man,
fact that he's
what was Chappelle's show? 2004?
yeah, like
Five?
Yeah, something like that.
more than 10, 15 years ago.
But you always kept in touch with him, though, right? More or less.
Not really.
It was great during the Lamb session.
Yeah.
Yeah,
a
his
little
number
bit.
would change. You wouldn't hit you back. It was a mess out here.
He's not a great emailer. He's not a great
Not a
emailer.
great email.
Yeah.
Does he even email?
He has an
emails
email.
now?
Yeah, it might be AOL.
That's what I think. By the way, I just want you to just try Dave Chappelle at AOL. That's you'll probably get it.
That guy is amazing, yo. Like,
Talk to me about. Do you have an opinion on Netflix and comedy and Monique's protest?
Oh, yes.
Wow, Sight cares
first of
about. Buckle up.
Yeah, here we. First of all, Netflix comedy is amazing, because the on-demand culture. Like a lot of people watch comedy now that weren't necessarily comedy fans, right? Because the thing that's so beautiful about Netflix is you watch one and it's be like, oh, this is similar.
The referral thing. Or
So
whatever.
like Friday night,
'Cause you watch.
you're with your friends, you drinking, smoking in the crib, and you could watch 3 specials of comedians you never even heard of, and all of a sudden, new fans. You know what I'm saying? Then the way the Netflix people treat me, and like with Dave, when I'm around Dave and all stuff, they like great people. But Monique, she was talking crazy.
She was mad that they offered her $500,000 instead of offering her something close to what
Amy Schumer got.
Amy Schumer
Right.
got, which was $13 million.
Yeah.
$500,000 for Monique definitely sounds like a slight.
It is.
Definitely. Going full protest
but
mode.
for comedy.
But for-
if she was up for a movie, then I could see the beefing. But I've never seen a Monique comedy special.
Queens.
You know what I'm saying?
Queens of Comedy. That was a big deal.
What was that? 98?
So the time.
It's a long
not up to
time,
the
yo.
time.
It's a long time.
You gotta stay, this comedy world, you gotta stay fresh.
Well, that's the thing,
gotta
because
stay fresh.
Amy Schumer has been the comedian of the now.
And she works her ass off. I mean, I don't know Monique, so I don't know if she works her ass off.
You better watch what you say, because she will call you with her husband on three-way. So
Definitely tried to interview her husband. Called in. We had a full conversation about it.
Yeah.
yeah, I definitely. It took a long time. By the way, we never really replayed and appreciated the way Monique came for me when she went. I was being very on the other side of it. You know me. I just tend to be on the other side. So I was like,
well, you were just like, I don't see people protesting.
I said people ain't protesting. Netflix is too big a part of people's lives.
No, wait. See, that's where she messed up.
Netflix is too much a part of people's lives. I'm sorry, they're not going to rock with
and
you.
they're watching, as you said, comedians that are independent, movies that are independent, all this stuff that doesn't have an outlet, and they're feeling like they're getting access to things.
And it was the premise, though Monique is a great actor with incredible accolades, who is near and dear to many people, it was a presumptuous thing to even start on. People are going to rock so hard with me that you're going to ditch your #1 source of entertainment. So I was on that side, Cipha, and then she goes at one point, her husband kept responding to me. She wouldn't respond. It kept being her husband. To the point that I was almost looking at them like, yo, is she just ignoring me? And then she goes, excuse me, baby, what's your name? I was like, Rosenberg. She's like, oh, Rosenberg, listen here, sweetheart. I was like, oh God, here we go. I survived it.
Did she laid it down?
She didn't. She
wasn't malicious. I think she was just trying to. She was trying to make the claim that if we don't, stand for black women getting slighted in comedy,
All
now
that is true.
And all that.
If somebody doesn't take a stand now, where's this really going? And at the time, I was having a conversation with her. I thought Tiffany Haddish's special was on Netflix.
No,
it wasn't. It was Showtime.
Yeah.
And so then I started going, well, wait a minute, hold up now. Is Netflix not doing black female comedy specials?
But then, you kept thinking.
And I kept thinking, I was like, but on the other hand, there's a lot of independent movie makers and these people who are using Netflix, as you said, because you watched, you're getting these other referrals into other content. So it's tough for me to go, but what about all these other people?
And what's that movie that Mary J was in? Mudbound.
Mudbound.
Yeah.
Like, that's Netflix
awards.
movie. Yeah,
It's a Netflix movie.
So it was like,
but I think Monique was specifically focused on the comedy aspect,
right? And then, but first of all, no one's gonna boycott Netflix. It's too popular. It's too much part of your daily life. It's like when people were trying to boycott the NFL. Like, is it really gonna have like?
It happened a little bit.
Little bit, but come on. Like, did it hurt the NFL?
They're not sure.
They had to respond. They definitely had to respond.
Everyone has to respond nowadays because every computer.
But by the way, Netflix is even more built in the NFL. NFL's 1 day a week. Really?
Yeah.
Netflix every day.
So if
I would never say that people protesting or being upset about something or abandoning something is impossible. I would never say that anymore.
No, not
in this day and age.
Not impossible, but like here's the thing. You drew a line in the sand, right? Okay, to support me, you got to boycott Netflix. Monique, I do support you, but I'm not boycotting Netflix. So now, am I not on your side?
And we did ask Monique. We said, well, how? Just go to nowadays you could just put something up on YouTube. You could just go and do your own thing. You don't even need Netflix. Make your own money, do your own thing, right?
Well, that's the thing with Dave Chappelle. Those first 2 specials, he had already shot himself. He had those in the can. Chappelle got more specials that he shot. All those years that he was on the lam, he would shoot specials. And he has them in the can, and they'll probably never see the light of day because they're 5 years old or whatever. But like the 2 that came out were already shot. Netflix didn't pay for those. He was like, they want to do a deal with him. He's like, all right, take these 2 joints. Okay. That's why if you really look, when they came out, some of the jokes were like a year old. Like the Cosby joke was fresh. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But because he had already done it. Now the last 2 that just came out New Year's Eve, those he shot.
Well, you can tell those are brand new.
Yeah, Netflix shot those. But like, go and take your bread, make your money, take your bread, and go shoot your own shit.
I agreed with the principle that in terms of what it could do for future black comedians, I think that's cool. However, if you were to ask me my personal gut opinion, do I think that's the reason this whole thing started? Or do I think it's because she personally felt insulted and wanted her bread? That's what I think it was based on. I think the other part was a great tie-in. Right. That's just how it felt to me. Okay. And I'm also untrusting. I'm untrusting of the husband jumping in, and the whole thing rubbed me a little bit the wrong way. Even though I do absolutely agree that if the principle is Amy Schumer deserves $13 million and an Academy Award winning, she won, right? I think Monique won.
Yeah, she won
an
she won,
Academy
yeah.
Award winning
For,
actress, and a
Precious.
famed comedian deserves 1/26th of that. No, I think that's an outrage.
So
But it was just the approach.
What if it was a milli?
But that's what we said to her.
Yeah.
I said they didn't answer that question. I said, so what if they came at you with $3 million, $2 million?
Yeah.
You know, whatever. They skirted around that.
Because knowing the way talent is, and talent has a tendency to always think very highly of themselves, they probably be like, nah, if Amy Schumer gets 13, I should get 10.
Yeah.
No, you shouldn't. Like, we have to also just be realistic about who's scorching hot
But
at
we
the
went
time of
into
the
that
deal.
where I said, you know, Amy Schumer's white, and there's a lot of fucking white people out here. Just on sheer math.
There is a lot of white people.
Just on math. There's
But
a
Amy
lot
Schumer's
of white
dope.
people.
Amy Schumer's like straight New York.
But it didn't have nothing to do with her. It's not a
Yeah.
slight against her. It's not, it's definitely not a slight against her. And Monique said that too.
Right.
She was like, I love Amy Schumer. She's
Right.
doing great work. It
Yeah.
has nothing to do with her. It's not a slight on her. Oh, let's talk Faison Love.
Oh, Faison.
Oh Lord.
Faison Love.
Faison
And Dave
Love.
I don't know the
Chappelle.
whole thing, but wait,
I
that's
don't
the
quite-
guy
I
that
thought-
used to go in on Flex too, right?
Yeah.
We just had recently had him
yeah.
up, and he's a crazy person.
Yeah.
We get along with him great. I think he's
I
awesome.
missed him. How crazy was he this time?
He was a
And
crazy
he got
person.
crazy.
I like
Yes.
Faison. He's funny. To
He's
me.
funny, but he has some. He said some things about your guy Dave
Yeah.
that he's not funny or.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Saif, do you think that possibly if Faison Love first went for Flex and now is going for Chappelle?
He really doesn't like you.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying.
You think-
Faison
me?
Love.
No,
You
no.
think Cypher's
He
gonna
said
get
it?
it next?
Well, guys, if
He's from the Bronx.
if he's
No,
going,
he likes me.
If he's going for everybody you're close with, but no,
Oh, you think it's like I'm the nucleus?
yes,
He just hasn't said it yet.
First
You
Flex.
think he's going for J-Lo next?
Who knows?
Like
Monster,
that bitch can't dance.
maybe
He might, he
Monster
might.
Energy,
He's going for Monster
Laugh
Energy.
Mob. He's gonna go forever. Swan Epstein.
And by
He should be-
the way, he is so like doesn't give a fuck. He's not like how do I say? He's not malicious. He just said I think he's a troll. Honestly, we called him a troll when he
has
was
to
up there.
be,
He's
yeah.
super troll.
Because
He's
some of the shit
trolling?
that he was saying, I was like, you
Like,
don't
what did he say
believe
about
that.
Dave? Like, he's not
He
funny.
was just like,
did he say he's
Dave-
not for the hood or something like that?
Yeah, he was like
Yeah.
Dave never didn't come up in the black comedy world or our movies.
Okay.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, that's a fact. Thanks for pointing out a random fact. So what?
But
You
I
gotta
guess
come
people.
up-
I think, and honestly, I don't even think he said he meant it as a slight. I think people took it on
like
the internet
say-
and turned it into. More
Are
of
you
a
going to
slight.
see Black Panther
Dave-
this weekend?
Hold on, let me just say this real quick. Dave Chappelle, I love Dave Chappelle with all my heart. That guy, he's not like a random ghetto thug type of guy, but when I talk about, he talks about black issues and how much he cares about them, and the intelligence he puts into it is like something I never. Watching Dave Chappelle on stage or with a bunch of people is one version. You and 3 people at dinner
Different.
is the most amazing times of my life, yo. The conversations you have with that man, his intelligence, his knowledge, his like when he breaks down the Mandela and the South Africa shit on the last special he did is fucking crazy. Now also like I think the funniest shit ever. Did you see the Def Jam 25 anniversary
Yes.
on Netflix?
I didn't see it.
You didn't see that? Okay, it's like an award show, right? It's at the same place where they do the
Martin's there,
the
Eddie's
Golden
there,
Globes,
Cedric the Entertainer, Dave
and they're
Chappelle.
paying tribute to Def Comedy Jam, Kid Capri, Martin Lawrence, this, that, and it's like kind of funny. But it's just amazing to watch. Like, oh yeah, I remember that. Chris Tucker. There's a part Dave Chappelle and DL go up to do a segment, and Dave can't read the teleprompter.
Oh,
He keeps
that's
messing
amazing.
up.
That's amazing.
And there's like a 20-minute slot where I know Stan Lathan, the director, had to leave it in because it was so funny. And Dave is making all these like, you know, quote unquote black jokes. Like what's the guy that from Grey's Anatomy that speaks up all the time? Jesse
Jesse Williams.
Jesse Williams.
Jesse Williams is there, and he's like, Jesse Williams, can you sing the Black National Anthem or whatever? And then he's like, nah, laughing. And then Joe is sitting next to him, the R&B singer, and he throws the mic to Joe. He goes, Joe, sing it. And Joe's laughing, and Dave's like, can you sing about something other than pussy for once in your life, Joe? And it's like, you can't say that man is not black from all the little jokes he was making in that segment. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think anybody would ever question that about Dave. And for to take a troll and somebody who's clearly trolling like Faison Love who just talks shit.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone who would ever fix their lips to say that Dave Chappelle is not in tune with A, being black, B, being conscious socially.
Well, it sounds like Faison sort of fixed his lips to do that.
Nah, I
He,
think
like,
I think there is
tweaked them?
I think there is always an undercurrent in black conversations about people who come from the hood
Yes.
and come from that real versus people who come from the suburbs or whatever. I mean, I dealt with that my whole life. You know, I dress white. My mom's white. I'm too light skinned.
Listen how
You
he
ain't
says
black
bro.
enough. Bro, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Bro.
et cetera, et cetera. So that's just black people getting at each other. That
Yeah,
doesn't really
I
mean
hate it.
anything.
All
I
right,
hate
question of the week.
Yes.
Are you seeing Black Panther?
Not this weekend, no.
Just too
Not when
busy?
it comes out.
You're racist.
No, I hate
Racist.
Wow, you hate
Racist.
you hate what?
I hate
you hate
hype.
what?
I hate hype.
Black
You're racist.
empowerment?
No, I
you
racist.
hate
Wait,
Africa? What would you say?
What's happening here?
What is-
I'm probably missing a lot of stuff you talk about. This Marvel superhero movie is, if you don't see it, you're racist.
No, I decided that
No.
today.
That's what I'm asking you though.
I just decided that today.
if you don't
Me.
see it, you're racist.
You're gonna
That's
go see
what
it
I'm
next
going
week.
If
But
you
it's
don't
a-
see Black
it's a-
Panther, you're racist.
this is a comic book movie,
Yes,
right?
yes. Mm-hmm.
Sort of.
What's listen?
Sort
I'm,
of.
I'm not in the everyday.
Okay, you want the serious answer?
zeitgeist that you
Sort
are
of.
anymore. Yeah.
The serious
It's sort of.
The serious answer is that
Africa.
The serious answer is Black Americans are, if they're aware of the movie,
Yeah.
are very excited about not only the concepts of the,
Well,
the
it's
background
all-
of the movie, but the imagery. The black cast and adventure.
All black cast is amazing.
It's amazing.
I respect that. Now, I never read any Black Panther comic
Most
books.
people haven't.
Is it about the Black Panthers?
No,
No. Sort
Not
of.
at all.
Kind of.
no, it's about a
Black.
character.
Okay.
But the point is,
You
like,
can't say not at all. And I'll tell you after you see it.
I mean, you
saw it.
he's dissected it like 10,000
Okay.
ways that you can
Yeah,
think
but
of.
you-
It's the-
Africa.
It's the biggest. We've never seen him as
Black.
more
Does it
excited
take
than
place
anything.
in Africa?
yes.
Yes.
Okay.
yes, there
Okay.
you go.
The most amazing place.
But I was saying,
in
but I will say this: if you're white and woke, I
Yeah.
do believe it's expected that you will see the movie.
If you don't
But
see
what-
it,
you
if
have to
you
go-
don't see it, you're for the falls.
You
you're
have
for
to
the
go-
failure of the rise of the black nation.
You have to go see it.
Opening
so
weekend.
you don't look racist.
That's right.
That's why I'm seeing it. Yes. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think you look racist. I just don't think you look like you care.
Yo, but I saw the cover. I think it's what's the
Black.
magazine where
Black.
Michael B. Jordan has the Huey P. Newton hat.
Yeah.
What's happening? What? No,
you seen
I
that
don't-
cover?
I'm sorry, I'm
seen it.
out of the loop. What's happening?
You got to see it and then get back to
It's playing into.
Is this movie gonna help the cause?
which cause.
The
Which cause are you talking
I don't know.
about?
Is there?
We can't talk about this in public. Africa, black.
Ladies and
I'm
gentlemen.
gonna see it, not the first weekend.
Yeah.
Thank
That's
you.
good enough.
Black.
That's good.
Africa.
You're,
That's good.
You're Puerto Rican. No one can
That's
take that away
good.
from you.
Yeah, but Puerto Ricans are black.
That's what I'm saying. No one can take that away from you.
Oh.
So you can wait till next
Speaking
weekend.
of, as a Puerto Rican,
Yeah,
5% are Puerto Rican.
yeah,
Let's talk Puerto Rico.
yeah. I know nothing about. Puerto
Yeah.
Rico.
You sure you want to do that?
Well, no, and what just happened with the storm and the way the
Right.
island's being
No,
treated.
I know. You sure you want to do it with
et cetera,
Saif?
No, you might not want to.
et cetera. Why?
He doesn't know anything.
I don't know what's happening.
He's running around in the white
I mean,
comedy
well,
world.
Can
There's
I ask a
nothing.
question?
Yeah,
Go
please.
for it.
You know you're black.
Yeah,
You're a 5%er. You're woke.
Yeah.
You're one of the informed ones.
I don't like woke.
The term.
Okay, you're
Yeah.
asleep. Most
Aware.
Aware.
I'm aware. Yeah, because woke.
Do you feel like more Puerto Ricans now will be more open-minded to their blackness since they've been
No.
treated like dog shit?
No. I think Puerto Ricans probably think they're looped into what Trump calls immigrants, Mexicans, stuff like that. That's where they think they're looped into. They don't realize Caribbean Latinos don't do the knowledge enough to know the African roots.
Talk about it.
and
Black.
the-
Africa.
Black. Yeah.
Y'all need to see
Puerto
Black
Ricans
Panther too.
need to go see Black Panther.
Well,
do they have a Spanish version? No, but Cubans, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, especially you need to understand that you are also black, and a lot of grandmothers just passed out if they're watching this.
Why are they watching this? Your grandmother shouldn't be watching.
Grandmothers, they thought they were putting in 97.9 La Mega, and they just passed out. But yeah, well, that's the thing. It's very more mixed in the Caribbean. It's very much more mixed, but there's more African roots. So you have to understand where we come from. But normal people don't.
Yeah, but the majority
But
of them are like, it's instilled in their culture and like it's a family thing that they deny their blackness.
Say that in Spanish so they understand.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it in Spanish.
But you're a different kind of Spanish.
I am Central American.
Yeah,
yes.
okay, Central America, what is this farce?
It's Central America. It's rainforest.
But here's the problem. Central America is a region.
Yes.
There's no country or continent in Central America.
I am Guatemalan. That's the country that
No,
my
but
parents
So
were
his
born
point
in.
is either
People
North or
treat-
South America. Pick one.
I'm in the middle. That's
No.
why it's called Central America.
Yeah, but people treat that like it's not South America.
People act like it doesn't exist.
Well,
That's
no, you
not
in the
gotta-
middle.
Why do you want to take away her being
Yeah.
central?
Central America is a region. It's fine. It's like saying I'm from the South or I'm from the Northeast. It's a region, but people treat it like it's its own continent. It's not. You're South American.
Well, I just like to be specific.
Respect that.
I like to be specific.
No,
Oh, so well, that's a good thing. I thought it was North America. I thought it didn't become South America until Colombia, or
I
like
thought
that
it was,
first.
no. I could be wrong. This is what I know. North America is Canada, United States, and Mexico.
Boom, done.
Is Guatemala
I think
North America or South America?
I think it's South.
Yeah,
it's
that
South.
line is.
Is it North?
North?
Who's got the Googles?
Yeah, who has the Googles? Because this, I'm
I think
lost.
Wait,
Mexico.
Central America's north. He's saying Central America's north.
It's part of
Oh,
North.
so it is part
No,
of
So
wait.
it's lumped
no,
up
no,
with
what's
Mexico.
North? Guatemala?
Central America, period, is North
No,
America
no
officially.
way.
That's what Griff's saying. He's the smartest person.
Yeah,
No,
producer
that's
Griff is
not
saying
right.
that.
Mexico is the
Is the-
end
is
of
the
North
end.
America.
Well, this is
He's
really
saying
big.
no.
Well, you got more confident as that conversation went on. You started out by saying, "I think that North America."
Because I
and then-
hate. This is why you fired me. Is because I don't make strong proclamations. I believe
But
at
you're
any
getting
moment.
kind of aggressive about it now. You feel
Well,
strong.
I'm gonna stand up for this one.
All right, we gotta go. Wednesday nights, True
Guatemala.
TV, Laugh Mobs, Laugh
listen,
Tracks.
The show is amazing. Please watch it. I really appreciate the love and everybody sending me pictures of the billboards and watching the show, and random football players who don't know who I am, who I'm now famous to. Thank you so much. Thanks, guys.
Wait, did I fire you?
All right, we definitely don't have time to unpack that.
All right,
Catch you guys
it's a
next
lot.
time.
Oh. Well, Damien, for real. I don't